Welcome back to the Talented 12. I have somebody here that I really consider a brother and really is one of the most talented guys I know, Mr. Christopher Shaw, the owner of Final Flash Productions. And he's into a lot of different things. He's also the headshot guy of Chattanooga. So if you got a headshot that you've seen on Instagram or you've seen on LinkedIn, 9 times out of 10, this guy's the man that does it. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself, tell more about it, and we'll talk to the wonderful Christopher Shaw.
That was a good intro as itself. But again, my name is Christopher Shaw. I'm the owner and founder of Final Flash Productions. I'm a photographer and videographer by trade. I love marketing, and as far as anything else I'm into, books and lifting weights. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. And getting your skin right. If y'all don't see it in the studio, this skin is immaculate.
That should be everybody's thing.
Yeah, everybody's thing. So tell us a little bit about what you do. And how did you get into that? And how did it become not just a passion or a hobby, but more of a talent?
Okay, so I'm gonna try to answer that in order. So what we do is we do storytelling for small businesses and entrepreneurs. So anything from social media content to branded content for your website and marketing reels, to your intercommunicational content as well. We cover all of that. Photo, video, graphics, the whole nine, that's what we do. It started as a passion, but it became a passion when I was 12 years old. Sixth grade, a teacher pulled me to the side to join the photography club. And I was always into art, but drawing was my thing at first. And so he gave me a camera for the first time, and it was one of them things that kind of clicked without you. You know how they always say, like, you're a natural at this, or in photography they say you have the eye.
Right.
I didn't know I had that. I just saw, it all started, it's funny, because I was on a field trip and I took a photo of a flower sitting on a lily pad in a pond. I don't know why I thought that was a good photo, but it turned out to be a good photo. Colors were good. I was shooting on Canon, so if you shoot with Canon, you know about them colors. So that's kind of where it started. And I went to Normal Park, and it was a museum magnet school at the time. I don't know if it still is, but they would have art like productions and stuff like that, so people could come in there and actually buy it. And so someone actually bought that, and that was the first time I was like, oh. Well, that's cool, but I was into so many other different things at the time, I didn't even think about that being a thing. I thought it was just something like photography club equals school, out of school, no photography.
Right.
And so I kind of, in a way, subconsciously, because at that time, social media was just starting, right? So Facebook and all these different things, YouTube was kind of just starting out. So I had a little small digital camera on me, and anytime my friends wanted to meet up, I was the photographer to just take random pictures, kind of like how we are with cell phones now. I was like that with one of them little Walmart digital cameras, right?
Right.
And so in a way, a camera was just always with me for the better of 20 years. And I would play around with YouTube. I was a dancer for 20 plus years, so I would make my own dance videos and post them. You know, I tried to do the whole, like, if BET had a talent competition, I was in it. I tried to go for a certain thing you could dance, anything you could think of.
You've done it.
I tried my best to do it.
Gotcha.
And I moved away once I graduated college, and I pursued dance as a career, and I pretty much accomplished everything I wanted to from that. And I moved back, and that part of my life was over. So honestly, I really didn't know what to do at that point. But I knew I didn't want to necessarily go the corporate route forever. So I was kind of like find myself. And at that time, I kind of did away with drawing. That was never really, that kind of was just like a chapter in my life, right? Looked over, and I saw a camera sitting there. And I was like, you know, I've had a camera with me this entire time. I wonder what I can do if I just focus it on it for me. And so I started out doing like landscape stuff. I would go out just to practice, because I mean, we live in a scenic city. So what more of a cheat code do you have to learn this craft but here? And I would go out just shooting scenic stuff, and thinking that I could, you know, sell prints, which one day I probably still will go back into. And I kind of told myself that I wasn't going to do portrait or like shoot people. Well, excuse me, photograph people. Let me not say shoot people. Photograph. Right. So photograph people, because everyone was doing it, and I just wanted to do something different.
Right.
But I got bit by the bug. I did my first photo session of a person, and I fell in love with the story that I could tell just of the face. And fast forward, you got the whole headshot thing, and yeah, man, that was really just kind of the whole synopsis of how it kind of came to be. And I decided to start a business out of it. And I didn't really know what that looked like at the time. And now it's kind of morphed into a full media company. Wow. And yeah, we've been going 4 years now. I'm now in my second year doing this thing full time as a full-time entrepreneur. And yeah, now I'm sitting here talking to you.
It always comes back around to that. Tell me, what motivates you to even continue with this talent? What motivates you to get up every morning and say, I'm working on this, I know this is where I want to be?
It's spiritual for me, honestly.
Okay.
You know, it's one of those things like, I say this all the time, I feel closer to God when I have a camera in my hand. I feel like the way I look at it, it's everything is written in light and shadow. And that's how we take photographs. We mix light and shadow to tell a story. And so that's something that's like, the storytelling aspect I feel is natural, but that skill of learning how to use the camera and showcase to the world how I see things, I feel like that's something that's invaluable. Because I feel like, to me, that's something that's a legacy. Right? Obviously, when I have children, they'll be, my legacy. But once I take that moment in time and freeze it, you can never get it back. You know what I mean? Like, that's gonna live forever, especially with the internet. That's gonna live forever. So that motivates me every day to kind of like go out into the world, and I see these different things and like how light like shapes different things, and it just motivates me every time I walk outside. It's something that inspires me, because I'm like, I see this way, but somebody else can be sitting in the exact same spot and see it totally different. And so for me, it's the question, like, well, this is how I see it. And so I go around other photographers and I'm like, well, how do you see that? And that brings me joy. You know what I'm saying? So for, long story short, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. One thing you talked about is about legacy. Speaking about legacy, you're also an author. No, you are. No. You are. We're in the club. Family. Okay. We're in the club.
I'll let you say it.
Talk about how that inspired your book.
So, I don't know if photography inspired my book. So, I've always been a big fan of like anime and that art style. Going back when I would draw, that's mainly what I would draw. I grew up just drawing Dragon Ball Z stuff, right? Yeah. And when I got into Normal Park, I would draw what they would ask me to draw for like art history class. But the main thing was Dragon Ball Z, anime, Pokemon, stuff like that. So I've always had not always, but in the last few years, I've asked myself, how would I design a coloring book? Because that's something that I don't see. Like, you get to a certain age, I feel like certain things shouldn't go away.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, life happens, you get a job, you have a family and stuff like that, but why we don't color no more? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is that looked at as childish? I never understood that. So
I'm a gamer, so I've always heard childish.
You feel me?
So you get it.
So I'm like, all right, well, how would that look? What would I talk about? What would the story be? Because going back to the story element, and it was just something that just kept burning in my mind. And I was like, what would be cool? Like, what if I had like a group of brothers that were separated at birth, but they're black men born in Japan, and they got separated into different areas of Japan. So they grew up total different belief systems, value systems, but then they found themselves as adults. And what does that look like? What is that dichotomy? And they're called back, kind of like how Ninja Turtles is, right?
Right.
Master Splinters would raise them, but they were raised somewhere else, but something called them together, and then they got to be a team. And I don't even know you. You talking about you my brother. So, you can imagine.
Right.
And that story just kind of like interested me, and I was like, well, how would that look? So I came up with the concept art and the idea, and immediately so I used AI to help me with some of it, and yeah, that's what brought it. Being a nerd, I would say, is what really did it. You know what I'm saying?
Nerd radio.
Yeah, that's what it is.
We're in the same boat.
That's what it is. I got anime tatted all over me.
I think that's what gets us. We're here. If you could go back and talk to your younger self, and I know that's one of the things that we always talk about growing in this talent, what would you say?
If I could go back and tell my younger selves
about growing in this talent.
specifically about the talent.
Yep. All of the stuff that you have right now that you're doing, what would you tell that?
It can be done. I didn't think it could be done until my 30s. I didn't think it was a thing. You know what I mean? Like I came up with every single excuse possible. I live in Chattanooga. It's not a thing in Chattanooga.
Right.
The same stuff that black people do. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever you can think of.
Handicap ourselves.
Right. You know, and I was just putting these roadblocks up and searching everything else when literally it was sitting right next to me this entire time under my nose or in my hand at times. And so I would say pay closer attention. And the guy that put a camera in my hand the first time, his name was Bill Lamar. And I would say listen to Mr. Lamar a little bit more.
Gotcha.
Keep him around a little bit more to try to learn as much as you can and learn that language early on. And who knows where you could be at when you are going on 35. So.
Right. Right. And for you to be 35, I know we say we're brothers. I look at you as a little brother, but I also look at you as a mentor, which is listen, I learned stuff from a lot of people, and I've learned so much from you. Even today, when we're talking about my skiing regimen, I've learned a lot from you. So very powerful, very influential. Tell us about some of the things that you have going on, or some of the things that you're doing, or you're about to do.
Right now, it's really full speed ahead on business. I do serve on the executive board of the Urban League Young Professionals. I'm a committee chair of the Personal and Professional Development Committee, so I have a lot of events that I'm planning up right now. First of which I'll be partnering, we'll be showing up to support Scenic City Run Crew. It is their 2-year anniversary, so we'll be doing a 5K walk and run with them this coming Saturday at 8 o'clock. Make sure y'all there. You need to be. Let's see what else. I'm gonna start pushing the coloring book more again. I received a sign today that needs to be a thing, and really, man, what I really want to get into, honestly, career-wise, is teaching more. I wanna test myself in that realm. Ultimately, that's part of my business and part of my craft and legacy that I want to do. I want to teach the next generation, or even some of the current generation of photographers, videographers, certain things that I've learned over this amount of time. And those are my main focuses. And staying in the gym, staying consistent with that, that's a non-negotiable. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad you do that.
I'm gonna get you in there.
No, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah, right. Wait on it. So, tell us your socials, where to reach you, where to get more information from.
Yeah, you can reach me on Instagram at Chris Flash Shaw is my personal. At Final Flash Pro is my business. ULGC_YP, that is the Urban League of Greater Chattanooga Young Professionals Instagram. So if you want to tap in and see what's going on there, you can find so many different things that we got going on. My website is finalflashpro.com. There you can see all of our portfolios, the people we worked with, testimonials, booking, pretty much anything that you have questions on. You can definitely reach out to us, and we can get that situated. And Facebook and LinkedIn, Christopher Shaw, and that's it. I think, that's it.
Well, talent abound. This is the guy. I do appreciate you coming for this, man. Every time I've called you, and you've had no problem with helping me out, and I do appreciate that. Thank you, man.
It's a blessing as always.
Man, listen, welcome to the Talented 12. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, man. We'll see y'all in a minute.
Peace.